Hook. Your phone rings. It's your mom's voice, panicked, saying she's been in a car accident and needs bail money wired right now. You send it. Then you find out she never called. Her voice wasn't hers, it was cloned by AI in 3 seconds flat. This isn't sci-fi. It's happening to real families every day, and the numbers are staggering. The FBI says Americans lost nearly $900 million to AI-powered scams in just the last year. And the scariest part? Most victims never see it coming. Intro. Welcome back to the channel, where we break down the craziest technology stories changing your world. Today we're diving into something that should terrify everyone: AI voice cloning scams. This is the scam you can't spot with your eyes, because it doesn't use them. It uses your ears and your trust. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how these scams work, why they're exploding right now, the real money involved, and the simple tricks that stop you from becoming the next victim. If you want to stay ahead of the scammers, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. This is knowledge you'll want before you need it. Segment 1. Let's start with the sheer scale of this problem. The FBI's Internet Crime Complaints Center received roughly 453,000 cyber-enabled fraud complaints in a single year, with reported losses exceeding $17.7 billion. Billion with a B. But the AI-specific numbers are even more alarming. Americans lost nearly $900 million to AI-powered scams, with voice cloning one of the fastest-growing threats. Over the past 2 years, Americans have lost around $5 billion to imposter scams alone, and law enforcement says AI voice cloning is now a major driver. This is a multi-billion-dollar criminal industry, growing faster than the FBI can keep up with. Segment 2. So how does this technology work? The answer is terrifyingly simple. Security researchers at McAfee found it takes just 3 seconds of someone's audio to clone their voice. 3 seconds, a voicemail greeting, a TikTok clip, a snippet from a family group chat. Scammers scrape social media, YouTube, podcasts, and voicemail messages to harvest tiny voice samples, then feed them into AI cloning tools that replicate your tone, accent, and inflections with frightening accuracy. In McAfee's survey of 7,000 people, 70% said they couldn't tell the difference between a cloned voice and the real thing. 7 out of 10. And the tools that make this possible are cheap, widely available, and sometimes completely free. What once required a Hollywood sound studio now fits in a scammer's browser tab. Segment 3. Now let's look at how these scams actually play out, and this gets personal. The most common attack is the family emergency scam. A victim gets a call from what sounds like their child or grandchild, sobbing, saying they've been in an accident, arrested, or robbed, and need money for bail or medical bills. The voice is perfect. The panic sounds real. In that moment of adrenaline, people wire thousands of dollars. The McAfee study found 1 in 10 people had already received a message from an AI voice clone, and 77% of them lost money. Some lost between $500 and $5,000 in a single call. And it's not just families. Scammers have cloned the voices of CEOs to authorize fake wire transfers worth millions. Business email compromise, now with an audio twist. The scariest part? Victims often don't suspect a thing until it's far too late. Segment 4. The technology is advancing faster than the defenses. Just a few years ago, cloning a voice required hundreds of samples and expensive software. Today, 3 seconds does the job, and the results are so good that even voice authentication systems are being fooled. Banks that use voice biometrics have reported scammers using cloned voices to access accounts directly. Scammers have also gotten smarter about targets, using data breaches and social media to profile victims, knowing exactly who to call and when to strike. They're even generating fake videos of public figures, layering cloned voices onto manipulated footage. The FBI has issued urgent warnings about AI-generated impersonations, and the FCC has stepped in with new rules around AI calls. But the cat is out of the bag, and the technology is only getting better. Segment 5. Here's the good news: you are not powerless. First, establish a family password. Agree on a secret code word only your closest family knows. If anyone calls asking for money, demand it. A real family member knows the code. A scammer doesn't. Second, if you get an emergency call, hang up and call the person back on the number saved in your contacts, not the number that called you. Caller ID can be spoofed. Third, be suspicious of any request for money via gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. These are nearly impossible to trace, which is exactly why scammers demand them. Fourth, lock down your voice online. Set social media to private and think twice before posting videos or voice notes. And finally, slow down. Scammers create urgency on purpose, because panic short-circuits your judgment. If someone is rushing you, that's a giant red flag. Verify, breathe, and you've already beaten 90% of these attacks. OUTRO. So there you have it, the shocking truth about AI voice cloning scams. Nearly $900 million lost. 3 seconds of audio to clone your voice. A scam fooling 7 out of 10 people. But now you know how it works, and knowledge is your best defense. Share this video with your parents and grandparents. You could literally save them thousands of dollars. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you never miss a deep dive. Drop a comment: has anyone ever tried to scam you with a cloned voice? I read every comment. Thanks for watching, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.